forget it. What the things that go on off camera now that we're live? Yes, we talk about things and strange subjects come up, um, but even cooler subjects come up during this, and they're a lot less rated. Whatever we want to call them, NC-17. Let's just do that. Let's just say that.
Are we actually live right
Oh
now?
yeah, we're live.
Oh, great.
So we are gonna go into this game because this is the arc finale, right? This
That's
is
right,
series
of arc number 2.
Yeah, arc number 2. So I'm gonna give this right over to Michael because we have something amazing planned today because I can feel it, especially by the name I already put it up there. So I'm gonna let him talk about that though. All right.
All right.
It's all you, sir.
Oh, thank you. Hello and welcome to the Dark Forest, the epic woodland fantasy that takes you on a wild journey of animal adventure, one clearing at a time. This is episode 3 of arc number 2, episode title Pirate's Pride. We had some narrow escapes, some desperate showdowns, some intense boating in our last episode, and this one promises to be interesting as well. Just want to apologize. I think the allergy in the season played havoc on my throat, but maybe it just makes me sound, grizzled, which I hope it does. Let's go ahead and meet our players and our characters, and I'll do a quick recap, and we'll get right into it. So please tell me who you are, who you're playing, and how they're feeling as they flee from one army and end up surrounded by pirates. Starting with Patrick.
Hello, I'm Patrick. I am playing Captain Kiva, who goes by Kiva the Crow. I play the Scoundrel playbook. Kiva's a little miffed at this moment, having to deal with, bandits, then Grand Table Empire, and now pirates. Just like, why did I have to buy the boat that just causes all this trouble? Why does the wise salmon have to be at the center of all this? Just a little sad.
Wise question. Also joining us, very happy she's here, it is Kat.
Hi, I'm Kat, and a quick question for Patrick. What is Kiva the Crow?
Oh, Kiva is a Arctic hare who disguises herself as a crow.
That's right.
I keep forgetting to say that every single time.
I just like to bring the audience into the theater of the night.
Very important.
I appreciate it. She's also not wearing her costume at the very beginning of this.
Anyway, but what am I playing? It's I'm playing an Arctic fox who thinks she's all that and possibly a bag of chips if bag of chips existed at the time, which they probably don't. In the historical past when people were animals. Believe in the science. I'm in a loopy mood tonight. I don't even know why. Any rate, Yana, who is supposed to be going by Lady Fox and continuously forgets to go by Lady Fox, is not fleeing an army. She has been convinced to not fight them. There's a big difference in her opinion.
Good point. Good point.
She's not like people thinking she's a coward. She's got a lot of wolf mercenaries now, and we're on a boat, and there's now pirates, and she's going around reminding the wolf mercenaries to call her Lady Fox because that's her alias, and she really needs to use it more often. She's just she's ready to go out and kill some stuff because that's what she does. That's all she knows. I mean, she knows other things, but it's what she likes. And they say if you do what you like, you never work a day in your life.
Well, we'll see if this episode allows Yana to do what she likes. We are also joined by Nick.
Hello, everyone. I am Nick, and once again, I am playing Finn Cardew, the raconteur extraordinaire. He is a rose finch. Red little words. A red bird of again, words fail me. Anyways, Right now, Finn is. I mean, he has been sort of all over the place, I guess. He's been basically performing for many different reasons and trying to stay out of the huge conflicts, but somehow they all seem to follow him. So, yeah.
We'll have to see how that goes and what strange roads performances take us in this episode. And then finally, very happy to have him with us. I mean, of course, very happy to have all my players joining us. Absolutely. It is Marvin.
Oh, what's up? Today, I am going to be playing Seamus Opossum of the Raider playbook. And as you may guess from his name, Seamus is an opossum, a gray, short-tailed opossum. And right now, Seamus is thinking that he's kind of in his element right now. For what are pirates, if not raiders of the sea?
Good
So
point.
who knows? Maybe we might have some things in common and avoid a bloodbath, like we avoided by not fighting for the Great Sable Empire, I believe. Yeah. But yeah, maybe there's some talking to these fellows.
I think
That's
you might be
where-
right.
That
go
or
ahead.
just capsize their boat, take it over, and then we'll have 2 ships in our fleet. Huh?
Okay. All right. So here's a
I
quick.
like the second plan. We do this.
Here's a quick recap and intro. Journeys in the Dark Forest have a strangeness to them. You might start out with a clear destination. In the case of our heroes and their refugee charges, that's the free city of Katzenberg. But the waters may deposit you somewhere else entirely, sometimes into even more danger than what's waiting behind you. Maybe that's what's happened now. Trying to make it to the free city of Katzenberg in a time of war, these heroes ran afoul of an army of the Grand Sable Empire. They managed to escape straight into the clutches of the River Reavers, the most powerful pirate gang on the Dark Forest waterways. Thankfully, the Reavers don't want war. Quite the contrary. Their leader, the otter Mother Meyer, has a proposition. But will it take Yana Winterborn, the exiled heir to the Winterborn throne, ex-mercenary warrior Seamus Opossum, daring rabbit demolitionist Kiva the Crow, and celebrity songbird Finn Cardew even further from safety? Only the river waters know for sure. So we'll start a little bit after you guys have been welcomed by Mother Meyer and the River Reavers. They've escorted you further down the river to the pirate base, which is, of course, half-submerged ship that's kind of been beached, this wreck, turned into an outpost. There's lots of River Reavers, a mix of like otters, koi poo, a few beavers, hanging out, all armed, relaxing around campfires, playing some pirate jigs. And Mother Meyer, this crook-backed, decrepit otter pirate queen covered in silks and sashes, an eye patch, which the previous character of Cats is responsible for, leads you guys into the ship and motions you to sit down and listen. And she says, "So, my children, you are seeking passage on these waters?"
Indeed we are.
"And I take it you are heading to Katzenberg, the one safe place in the whole of the Dark Forest."
Would be our destination.
Well, safety is a relative term compared to everywhere else. I mean, it's Katzenberg after all.
That's true, but at least the war will not go there. Well, I am sympathetic towards you, especially because you destroyed the competition a little earlier. Those arrogant, foul, the Marsh Marauders.
Yes, we did run afoul of them.
Ooh, classic. You made short work of them, which is why I want to ask you to do me a favor. And in return, I will guide your vessel safely to the walls of Katzenberg. No other pirate gang will bother you. Nothing else will bother you. We'll even provide provisions for the journey. Make sure you get there in comfort. But you have to do one small thing for me.
So, no. I always say it's small.
It never is, though.
No.
Well, this one is important, at least. It's rescuing my eldest son.
Oh.
He's been captured by another pirate gang, sort of the big brothers, the Marsh Marauders, the Maritime Marauders. While I am content with the rivers, the Maritime Marauders focus on the sea. They're led by a seagull by the name of De Gaulle. And they operate out of the city of Costamare, just a few leagues down the river. I'll provide transport there to Costamare as well, though I shouldn't show my face in the city for obvious reasons. Poor Mateus, my son, he went there seeking some business and was captured. Now De Gaulle has him in his tavern, his outpost called the Drowned Anchor. Keeps him up in his personal quarters. Now, the Drowned Anchor is like a fortress, but there's one way to get to De Gaulle and to get to my son. Every year, De Gaulle hosts a fighting tournament called the Golden Anchor Tourney. Warriors from all over the world come around to test their mettle in the Drowned Anchor's fighting pits. And the winner, at the end, gets to go up to De Gaulle's private chambers for a personal audience with the pirate lord. So, all you got to do is go to Costamare, enter the Drowned Anchor Tourney, win, submit your champion, win the tournament. The champion and his friends get to go up to the quarters. Then you can do away with De Gaulle, rescue my son, and help yourself to anything you find in his rooms as a little reward for helping me.
You say the champion and his friends. Are women not allowed in this tournament?
No, women can join the tournament. Fighters of all kinds are welcome to join.
Are we allowed to put two fighters forward, or is it a sort of unspoken rule to only have one?
Yeah, can all of us enter separately?
Don't know if
I'm not much of a fighter.
Same.
My talents lie elsewhere, as
is
you
it
know.
bare knuckle fighting or are weapons allowed?
It is a confusing mixture of the two.
Oh,
I've seen it, I've only heard tales of it, to be honest. I can't really go to Costamare myself, but from what I understand, it starts bare paws. Not that bears are allowed, you know what I mean. But if you have your friends working the crowd can then toss in weapons to be used.
I am a good fighter, but I am also at the moment mildly injured. Do you have a surgeon on you?
I do. However, it might cost you to use it. Let's see, Yana, maybe I think you're going to have to roll a persuade here.
Okay.
Or to use him, I should say.
That is an 8.
Okay. She's like, if you would just give a small donation of 1 value, some coins to pay for the twine we'll use to stitch you up, then we'll see you right.
I wasn't expecting a free ride. She'll toss a coin.
Quite understandable. All right, I'll have our ship surgeon take a look at you. He's, got my eye all right. He did, after someone put a crossbow bolt through it.
Quite amazing that you survived a crossbow bolt through the eye. You must be quite an otter.
Well, the surgeon was very skilled. All right, so this, totally drunk, half-blind beaver swaggers in and is like, patient, all right, I'll stitch you up. And Yana, how much are you injured?
Just 1.
Okay, you are healed.
Okay.
He does. He stitches your wounds together and bandages it up a little bit. He's like, hey, would it be cool if I left my initials here, like in the stitching? Would that be like a fun thing?
If you desire to do so, that will be like grains of sand washed away by the tide once the stitching is removed.
Yeah, good point. I'll do it. Yeah, he writes like, he actually writes "get well soon" in the stitching.
It's actually rather impressive.
It is. However, he spelled the words wrong. So.
Well does traditionally have 2 L's in it, but good job anyway.
Only as impressive as a pirate can make it.
Kind of looks like he ran out of space, to be honest.
Yeah. So, any further requests before we kind of cut ahead to Costumer?
Actually, do have a question, if you don't mind, your pirately queenie, yes.
Of course, and thank you for using my official title.
Hey, once we have your son and we're on there in the keep, we killed the guy who took him and everything. How are we supposed to get out?
That is tricky. You see, his office, his quarters are going to be on the 3rd or even 4th floor of the Drowned Anchor. So getting out, well, that is a challenge I am certain you can overcome.
That's it? You really didn't think it through this far, did you?
That's why I'm hiring you.
We have our ways.
We do have our ways.
She says, "Oh, and one more thing. I know you have some friends traveling with you. They'll be safe here with your ship here in the river. It's best if you go into Costumer, just the 4 of you. Otherwise, De Gaulle will sniff something out."
No, you mean it's not quite subtle to travel with 12 wolf mercenaries to a tournament?
See, there's that wisdom that I hired you for.
And a ship full of refugees as well.
Not to mention the skunks. Are they still on the ship? Did we
They were never on our ship.
And never on the ship.
Yeah, the stinging companion just kind of stole off into the woods, but if you can get word to them, they do owe you a favor.
Maybe they could get us off the island.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, should we go ahead to Costumer?
I don't see why not. Anybody else?
All right, so the pirates, the River Reavers, take you in like a bunch of some of their small barges, head further up the river. After a while, the forest kind of dies away, gets into more of sort of an open grassland area, and then you see the sort of shacks and lean-tos surrounding the city, and then you reach Costumer itself. Second only to the free city of Katzenberg, Costumer is perched on the coast of the Dark Forest, just across the water from the rich and vibrant Sunstone Archipelago. The famous red roofs, burnished by a gleaming fall sun, look out over cluttered streets and a thriving market that takes in goods from all over the world, some even delivered legally. As you walk through the first of the many markets, the rich, pungent spice scent stings your noses. A koala merchant howls as a young gang of pickpockets dash past his stall, and one scrambles in front of you. She's a squirrel with reddish-brown fur and a mischievous glint in her eyes, which look out from behind a crude wooden crow's mask. "Hello," and Kiva, she winks at you. "I'm Anna. Coyote gave me this and told me to find you."
Oh, do you know where this coyote is?
He left. He's a secretive sort, but he gave me this note and told me to take you to the nest.
Sure.
He said your friends can come too if you trust them.
Wholeheartedly.
Okay, well, come on and try and keep up.
Well, I guess we're going.
All right, so she starts off through the city. She's moving.
Oh, sorry. As soon as you hit the first crowd, Crow Mask is on.
So we have
Ooh,
two
all right.
crows now that are not crows.
What's the way that they are?
She's moving at a pretty good rate, like scrambling up stuff, sliding between legs, like jumping over market carts, that kind of thing. And you guys do manage to keep up, though, maybe a little bit of exertion. She brings you to this kind of off the market area, to this what looks like an abandoned storehouse. She does a timed like special knock at the door. You can tell this is a practice signal. It opens up, and inside, amongst the stalls, the empty crates, there's about maybe 5 other young creatures, all of whom have crow masks somewhere close to hand or are wearing them. There's creatures that are native to the dark forest. You got a hedgehog, maybe a pine marten. But there's also creatures from further away. You have some chipmunks from across the sea, maybe an echidna, African wild dog with those big ears, a fennec fox with its huge ears. And as soon as they come in, they all look around, and Anna, the squirrel, kind of hops over, it lands in front of you, and she rustles through some of her stuff and hands you a note with marked with the sign of Martin Tixley.
What does it say? I just sort of unfurl it.
Simply says, "These are the nests. They have nowhere else to go, just like you did. I want you to do to them what I did to you."
Tall order there, Martin. Tall order. Well, so I guess I'm going to be teaching you about how to blow things up and set things on fire.
Anna's like, "That is awesome. Can we start blowing stuff up right now?"
No. You first have to learn the proper way of mixing these things so you don't blow yourselves up by accident.
I can see how that could be a problem.
Yeah, we want to make sure that you get to the point in which you are then me.
Okay. Well,
So-
we've been, a lot of us are from Katzenberg originally. Martin brought us here. I've been working the market. It's pretty easy pickings. You want some persimmons?
Oh, I'm fine. But for the rest of you, look towards the fellow people that I brought here.
You know that I'm not particularly fond of stolen goods.
Well, then you're out of luck, because we've been stealing everything.
That's
Sounds
quite.
about right.
Who wants to go first?
No, I'm quite done speaking to them if you're asking about permission of going first. I'm just not doing anything out of respect of my good friend Kiva.
But speaking of respect, it's not a single one of you who's actually a crow in this building, is there?
No, of course not.
I believe it's
Well, what are you going to do if you
monitor.
actually meet a crow? And all of you are wearing these masks?
I pull the mask off. Well, that's the thing. You don't want to. Whatever your disguise is, you try to avoid those people, so to avoid asking odd questions. I turned to Anna and the others. So the crow thing is kind of my deal. Just as Martin has has his.
So, what are you saying? We can't all be crows?
I mean, you can be a crow if you'd like, but pick something that you want to be, that isn't who you are. Because the whole point of this mask is to conceal yourself in case you do get in trouble or someone spots you doing some cool stuff.
It'll stop being concealment and starts being a uniform if you're all wearing crow masks.
Yeah. It's more fun to be what you want to be than what somebody else is.
Anna's like, "It's a good point. Maybe I could be like that guy." And she points to Finn. Could I
Sure.
be like a rose finch?
I mean, if you wish, but I'd sort of stay away from my style. I am sort of famous in some circles.
I sort of nudge Anna like, do it. Better cover.
Just don't
Yeah.
ruin my reputation.
Hmm.
I mean, you're not the only Rose. You're not the only Finch, so
That is true. There are many finches out in the world, many songbirds. But if you're going to
like,
be a
well-
songbird, you must be prepared to play the part.
She says, "Well, when I get my Finn Cardew mask, I'll be very careful."
don't call it a Finn Cardew mask. Just call it the Finch mask.
Ooh, okay.
Don't try to impersonate somebody,
Yes, don't
especially a
impersonate-
friend.
Yes.
So, what are you guys doing in Costamare? I mean, I don't know how the Coyote knew you were coming. He has agents all over the place.
Understandably.
They figured it out. But yeah, what are you guys doing here?
I'm either going to beat rather a lot of people or kill rather a lot of people.
Ooh,
And-
sounds
and
dangerous.
free somebody from being captured.
Sounds
Which is a
heroic.
pleasant byproduct of the beatings and killings.
I think that's kind of the end goal.
Yes,
Business.
certainly.
Yes.
It's business you children may not want to be a part of, to be honest.
I mean, I believe if they're in this group, they want to be a part of that sort of thing.
Tell me, children,
Am I-
who's
am I not
responsible
wrong?
for... Go ahead.
Sorry, am I not wrong, Kiba?
No, I would say you're not wrong, but of course, people are different.
Tell
I know
me,
I would absolutely be sort of involved in these sort of matters, even if I wasn't invited.
Oh, tell me, children, I saw a rather large tent city coming in here. Who's responsible for that atrocity?
Oh, hey, that's how things are in Costamare, I guess. You got your rich in the middle, close to the coast, and the poor out there.
And what
And
kind of
it's
rich
like-
people completely ignore the fact that people are living in tents? What kind of abysmal failure of a society has people living in tent cities?
And it's like, I grew up in a gutter,
Well, you should have.
like in a back alley. I would have, hey, if I had a tent, that would have been like the lap of luxury.
You see, Seamus, this is why I have my doubts about your democracies.
I don't think Costamare is a democracy.
More a oligarchy, if this is what they're describing it as.
Those are pretty big words.
Who
I
runs
don't
this
really
place?
know what the difference is between the two, as in
She's
is practiced.
Anna says, well, I haven't been for too long. I mean, I think there's some kind of government. Maybe there's like I don't know, a grand dukedom or something like that. But of course, the real power is the pirates.
Then they're the ones that you want to make sure you wear your mask around.
Ah. So, are we going to the drowned anchor?
I didn't think we were saying where we were going to go, but
Well, if you're after pirates, that's the Gauls' place. And he's the biggest one there is.
yes.
Not sure. She kind of whispers to Kiva, I'm not entirely sure that traveling with a group of ragamuffins is going to be less conspicuous than traveling with a group of wolf mercenaries.
At least urchins fit in. They're
Fair
supposed to
point.
be here.
Fair point.
See, they're supposed to be here. This is not so good.
I mean, that's. What do you think was any difference in the Dominion? Or in
If
the Grand
somebody
Civil
lived
Empire?
in a tent in the Dominion, they would be dead. Winters
Yeah.
are very hard out there.
Yeah. A lot of people died. A lot of people die every day in the Dominion. I was lucky.
I would have it that they don't.
More of a reason, I guess, right?
It's a long day off still. Right now, we gotta do what we can. Which means rescuing the Pirate Queen's son.
Right, rescuing the Pirate Queen's son.
So, are you two gonna fight Yana and Seamus?
I have intention of fighting.
Mhm. Depends, though. Are we entering separately, Loss, or as a team?
I'd imagine that we're entering separately, but if If it comes down to the two of us fighting, we can certainly play act, and I don't necessarily care which of the two of us takes the dive.
Aye. Besides, it'd be fun seeing how much you've improved in your swordsmanship.
I would say that if people are betting on it, it might be better that you take a dive. People aren't going to bet on me as much as they're going to bet on you.
Aye.
You guys can enter as a team. I'll say that.
Cool with you guys being a team or going again separately. Either way, I'm gonna make some money.
I'd much rather fight alongside Seamus than against Seamus.
Aye. Much rather turn my axe against people I don't know than people I know. If that makes sense.
It does. I feel the same way. I'm going to have to eventually kill rather a lot of my countrymen.
Only the ones who are ruling.
So the revolution works, fortunately. It's all for a good cause, right?
Presumably, unless I become as other despots. I'm trying to avoid it.
All right, so you guys head over to the Drowned Anchor. Anna and the rest of the Nest do want to go with you. Kiva, are you going to ask them to sneak into the Drowned Anchor, or are you going to have them stay behind?
I kind of want to have them stay behind.
Okay.
But I do have an idea for them. And
Okay.
there's no better experience than on the job experience.
Anna's like,
How I learned. That's how Martin learned.
yep. Anna's like, that's what I always say. And who knows how many purses I can cut and pockets I can pick inside there.
Just be careful. These are pirates we're talking about.
Ooh, always do. All right, so the Nest will be going with you guys. You head across town back through more of these markets, and you come to sort of the port itself. You have these docks, these beautiful ships waiting there. There's like a expansive road running alongside, and it kind of leads to the edge of the city where there is a natural feature, a kind of like cave carved out by the tide that has been transformed into a building. You can see like stone towers and wooden structures built around this place. And this is the Drowned Anchor. There's like a heavy anchor, an actual like one from a ship mounted above the entrance. Right now, the place is packed. You come inside, you see there's all sorts of different counters and places where they're selling food, they're selling rum. They got like 3 different pirate bands playing up a storm. You got creatures, corsairs, freebooters, soldiers, warriors from all over the world just carousing, having a good time. In the center, there is like kind of a carved out pit, a tide pool that has been filled in a little bit. Like there's about water up to your feet or your ankles. And that's where the Golden Anchor tourney is going to take place. So there's a big like sign-up area. Different fighters are moving in. A macaw is the one who's signing everybody up. So Seamus and Yana, you guys are going to approach him, enter the tournament.
Yep.
I
Hello.
need to knock some heads in the sea attorney.
All right. The macaw like looks up at you guys and says like, "Oh, now this is quite the pair. So I take it you like to enter as a team, yes?
We would prefer to do so, yes.
Wonderful. And what should I put for your names?"
I am Lady Fox.
And I'm
Lady
Seamus
Fox. It's got a nice ring to it. And how about your friend there?
Hey, I just said Seamus Opossum.
Oh, of course. All right. I'm Mercutio Macaw. I'm sort of the announcer and referee, though I don't do too much of that. So the rules are pretty simple, or rather simple. When you go in there, you'll be armed with nothing but nothing what the blessed beasts gave you. You can use that, and if you're able to work the crowd, and your friends can assist from there, maybe find some weapons or other objects around the place, they'll be tossed into the ring. Mr. De Gaulle likes innovation. He likes thrills, and he likes spills, and the crowd does too.
Understood. No weapons going in. No armor, presumably either.
No armor.
Can I bite people?
Biting is allowed, yes. The fights don't have to be to the death, but there's nothing in the rules that says you can't horribly maim or slaughter your opponents.
Well, I forget what we call our gods in this. It's beast something.
Yeah, the blessed beasts.
The blessed beast.
The blessed beast did give me 4 daggers in my mouth.
Ah. Well, if you see fit, you may use them.
I'll be
All
looking around
right.
for anything of use.
Yana's going to hand off her sword and armor to Kiva because she trusts Kiva, and she's pretty sure that the crows or whatever they're calling themselves are not going to rob Kiva.
Yeah, the nest.
The nest. Thank you.
I don't think so either, but
Jameis will do the same thing, but it's going to offload 2 of his 2 big axes and his chainmail on poor Finn. There you go, lad. It's all right. No, you can carry all this.
Right,
Kiva,
so-
if you
Hang on.
Sure.
This one actually weighs more than you think.
Oh god.
All right. There you go. Sure,
Kiva,
Kiva will
this-
keep an eye out for you.
All right, Finn, you were just weighed down by these hefty armaments.
Kiva, obviously, if you can find a way to toss my sword to me, they did say that people can throw weapons in, so.
absolutely. Yeah. Earliest convenience in getting it to your hand.
Yes. I mean, I can climb a good ways up that wall, too, so. It's like a walled pit, right?
Yeah.
I can
With, like,
climb a good
water at
ways
the
up the
bottom
wall,
there.
too, so it should be an easy enough handoff.
Okay. You do kind of have to wait till like certain dramatic moments to throw the weapons in.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So it's only weapons that are allowed to be thrown in. They can't throw in, say, armor, like, I don't know.
No, other stuff, armor and objects can be thrown into.
Can
Chair.
they throw
Yes,
boars?
chairs are all good.
Boars?
Hey,
A boar?
anything goes. You can fit it in.
I don't think there's any boars in the place, but who knows?
I was going to say, I don't think I brought my goat with me.
Yeah, you'll have to see if you can
Don't think I
find one of
brought
those to
him,
throw
so-
in.
Be kind of funny though if they actually managed to do it.
Okay. Well, we'll see. All right. So as you guys are like getting ready, you are gonna be in the first round. You haven't quite met your first combatant yet.
You have
Like
a game
they're-
plan? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, but like as you guys are like slipping down, getting your armor off, stretching.
Do you have a game plan, Seamus? You usually do.
Yeah, always. If there's gonna be 2 of us, I say one of us goes for the eyes, the other one goes for his nether regions. Oh, 1, 2, hit him high, hit him low.
Sure. I mean, I think that we're going to be fighting more than one person, but
It takes one person out almost 80% of the time. It takes them out all the time.
sure.
And I'll use plan of attack with that
Right.
as well. So roll with might. That's a 3. And that's a 4. Plus 3, 10. So I get the whole 3.
Nice.
Should really help us out there. So, we are planning dirty fighting.
Why wouldn't you fight dirty? There's no rules in here except... What were the rules again?
No weapons until somebody throws you a weapon.
That's the only
And we
rule
don't have to kill anybody.
We don't have to kill anyone. Okay. Those are the only rules.
And play up to the crowd.
Play up to the crowd. We'll leave that to Kiva and Finn, though. For
Oh,
us,
charming. I can play up to the crowd.
I am not charming at all.
No,
And you-
Seamus.
I can't even remember when I took a bath last.
Oh
Seriously.
man.
It was 3 months, 2 days, and 7
Oh,
hours
boy.
ago.
Ugh.
That much.
If we don't include when you fell into the river, but I have to say that didn't improve your smell at all.
The river's pretty muddy anyways.
That's,
Helps me blend in.
that's one stinking possum.
I think you smell wonderful.
I smell like a possum should be.
Mm.
Me mom would be proud of me. The blessed beast rest her soul.
Let's
So,
go in
well, you
there
got-
and maim some people.
Aye.
All right, you go in, start. The crowd's getting warmed up here. While that's going on, Kiva and Finn, Anna goes over to you and kind of like points across the tavern, the other side of the arena, and she says, "We're supposed to be on the lookout for like big money but interesting characters. I'd say that beast has caught my eye."
What do they look like?
So she points to this this weasel on the other side, this like tall, lean creature, kind of like almost unremarkable tannish brown fur, wearing like a black cloak over a black doublet and hose and the pantaloons and everything. He is just kind of standing in the back. He's not drinking, he's not carousing. And while everyone else looks like a bunch of crazy buccaneers, this beast does not belong. He's standing out a little bit.
Patrick thinks he knows who this is, but obviously, Kiva would have no idea. Can I try to figure someone out?
Yeah, go ahead, and then the battle will commence.
This is not good for me.
Okay.
Plus charms. It's plus
Yeah.
7.
Okay, you can ask one question.
What does this person intend to do?
Okay. You can tell the way he is looking at you and then Finn, and then also at Seamus and Yana, that he is really interested in you, that you're in your crew.
I'm going to say out of the side of my mouth as I'm looking at this figure towards to Anna. Don't mess with this one. This one's not good.
She's like, if you say so.
Oh, I mean, it's probably a good. It's probably a wealthy target, but it's a dangerous one at that.
Ah. I mean, I usually like to go after those, but well, you say
sometimes
you
it's
should.
sometimes it's fun, but I would not
Oh, it
recommend
is.
it right now.
Okay.
This one might, yeah.
Okay, Kiva, I'll hold back. All right.
I'm gonna clock the suit on my own.
Okay, so with that, the tourney is about to begin. A hush goes through the assembled crowd of the drowned anchor. The carousing, which seemed as ceaseless as the tide, stops in an instant. All eyes go to a balcony from an upper floor. A richly dressed seagull, clad in a gaudy checkered coat of green and yellow satin, holds up a wing, and the parrot flutters the edge of the natural arena, a pool of tide water in the center of the tavern. Ladies and gentle beasts, the time has come. You came out tonight for 2 reasons: to get drunk and watch animals fight. So let's do 'em both. The Golden Anchor Tourney will now begin. Rapturous cheers. Our first competitor. He's big. He's bad. He's a bat. Put your paws together for Goliath. The biggest bat, you've seen him before, flutters into the ring. And standing against them, a terrible twosome. There's an awesome possum, a mercenary warrior without equal, an axe-wielding marsupial marauder, Seamus Possum. And next to him, the Vulpine Vanquisher. Jan, are you being like, is your fur's white at this point?
Yeah, it's always white. She doesn't hydra
yeah,
looks like.
that's true. That was your mother. The
Her mom
Snow
still
White.
does that.
Oh yeah. The Snow White ice cold killer, Lady Fox. And everyone's cheering as you guys head on inside. All right, so Goliath like kind of goes over to the middle, looks you over, and he's like, "Oh, I didn't know I have to fight you two again. My Oh, Finn's giving a good idea here. Yeah, that'd be perfect, Finn. He's like, my Sansa just wanted me to like, see different styles of fighting in the wild, so I figured this would be a good opportunity. And I didn't realize it was like a, death match.
Well, it doesn't have to be to the death,
Okay, that's cool. And then he attacks you.
Yeah.
Classic.
Okay.
I didn't get to say anything, and I was ready to.
Oh man. All right. So Seamus, he is going to try and like slam into you and just slam you into the back to try and like knock you out. So why don't you give me an engage in melee roll?
Where's engage in melee again? There we are.
That's with might.
5. And another 5.
Oh
13.
man. Wow, so that's a 10 total or plus something
13.
even? Oh, unbelievable. 14.
13.
All right, go ahead and pick your 3.
Okay. I'm going to suffer little harm, inflict serious harm, and dismay my foe.
Okay, so how do you react to his just like headbutting charge?
So he's going to charge me?
Mhm.
Right until the last moment. Am I against the wall or anything?
Yeah. If you want to be, you can like kind of scoot over to the back of the arena.
So as he charges, wait till the last second, step out of the way and let him just bang his head against the wall.
Oh man! All right, he slams his head against the wall. He's totally dazed, dismayed as well. Yana, what are you doing?
He says, I yearn to taste your blood in my mouth, and just launches at his neck like a dog is wont to do. With the idea of, she's going to just latch down on it and hold on.
Remember, we don't want to kill him, I think.
This is what you agreed to.
Okay.
Nobody asked me.
Yana, give me a grapple an enemy.
Oh, I was just trying to bite his ass, but okay.
Okay,
My
give me
intention is to
engage
hurt
then.
him.
Right. Yeah, this is me engaged then.
Yeah. She's doing the doggy bite. I rolled terrible. Damn it. That's a 6.
Right.
Mm.
That's one hold. It's now a 7.
That's a 7.
All right. Which one?
Hello?
Oh, sorry. Which one of the options are you going to pick for the one?
I'm gonna choose suffer little harm.
Okay.
I can't get badly injured in the very first battle.
Okay. So you do manage to sink your fangs into his neck. Not quite, going for the jugular there and just straight up killing him, but definitely hurting him a lot. And yeah,
she probably
he's
doesn't
like-
get a good hold and falls back to the ground.
Yeah.
With a couple strands of bad hair, really. A little bit of skin.
Yeah. So Goliath kind of, rolls over, holds his wings up and is like, okay, you guys win.
Just like that?
Yeah, that fox just bit me in the throat. I'm out of here.
Oh, don't go. It sounds like a chunk of flesh.
No, best luck to you and the rest of the tourney. I'm going to go see my weird raccoon dog boss and have a talk with him. This is not what he meant. All right, I'll see you guys around. And the macaw says, well, ladies and gentle beasts, maybe a little less on the blood, but still some entertainment to be had. Our winners, Seamus Opossum and Lady Fox. And lots of cool cheers. You guys take your bow. All right. We have some next two competitors coming right up. They'll be joining the ring against our champions in a second. In the meantime, why not grab a drink, munch an oyster, and prepare yourself for round 2. So while this is going on, I think Finn wanted to talk to the mystery weasel.
I mean, if people want me to.
I mean, I don't see why not.
Yana and Seamus don't even know what's going on, so do what you want to do.
People want you to.
As soon as I see Finn go over to strike a conversation with this guy, I want to use that distraction to don my hood, go blend into the crowd, don my mask, and try to pickpocket this guy.
Ooh, okay, so Finn's talking to him and Kiva's picking his pocket.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay, let's have Finn do the conversation first, then we'll see how Kiva's pickpocket roll goes.
Yeah, sure. Would it be possible to, while I'm striking up this conversation, to use my, well, I don't think All Eyes on Me would really make sense.
Okay.
Because it has to be a very outlandish performance for that one to go into effect. So, and just sort of striking up a conversation would really work. But I can definitely sort of do a help action if needed. I will just be like, sort of walk up to our hooded friend and just be like, you seem to have caught an interest in my associates. Is there anything that I can do for you, my friend?
He's like, Finn Cardew. Yes, indeed you can. Tell me that Lady Fox, that's not her real name, is it?
No, we seem to be at a disadvantage here. You seem to know my name, but I don't know yours.
Well, let's change that then. I am Septimius von Stahl.
Septimius. Well, Mr. von Stahl, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure as well.
Well, Lady Fox has many monikers. For the time being, she is Lady Fox, and it takes quite a bit of convincing to say otherwise.
Well, I might be interested in doing that convincing, but you and your friends wouldn't happen to be the same number of beasts who caused such havoc in the encampment of that dolt, Prince Rudolph, were you?
That may have been a thing that we have done. What is your interest in it?
I am an agent of the Grand Sable Empire. I serve the interests of the Empire with all of my heart. Prince Rudolph could have wasted a goodly portion of the Imperial army on some foolhardy charge to glory. So I suppose I have you to thank for stopping him.
Oh. Not where I was thinking this conversation would go. Well, all the better. So.
Yes. Not that you can quote me on that. We're in neutral territory. That is.
No, of course not. Of course not.
Yes, good. I'm glad I can count on your discretion. The bird not to sing, as it were.
Well, I may twist the words if I ever do sing.
Here's. Go on.
I am a weaver of tales, as you know.
Well, here's a story you might be interested in. The end of the war. And perhaps your friend there seated on the Winterborn throne.
That is a noble goal. You say you work for the Empire, and yet you are vying for a candidate for the opposite throne of this war.
I think if your friend was on the throne, this war would end and lives would be saved. And that's what I'm truly interested in.
I see.
The good of the people of the Dark Forest and of the Grand Sable Empire.
Ah, and of the people I see. How very interesting.
There is a means to do just that, to upset the balance of power. The problem is, it's in Katzenberg. I can get you there and we could get it together, but there's something I'm going to need you to do for me first.
I see. Well, we are sort of working on another job, but I don't see why we couldn't double up.
Oh, I understand. I
If
don't
the,
wish to...
Yes. If the payout is good.
I think it will be. But let me just, I'll put it to this. I'll put you this question. If you succeed and you get out of here, and I can maybe assist you with that, would you be willing to assist me in my efforts to bring peace to the Dark Forest?
So, could I possibly figure him out while we're having this conversation?
Yeah, go for it.
Ooh, that is almost max. So close. So that would be plus charm would be 14. So
14. Okay.
yes. So is he telling the truth about his whole shaking up the empire and all of that?
He definitely wants the Empire changed. Yes. So he's telling the truth about that.
Okay.
So you can ask 2 more.
Yes. What does he intend to do?
He does intend to like change things in the Dark Forest like forever. He might not have the forest's best intentions at heart, but he definitely wants this war to end. And he fully believes that he has the means to do so if you can help him.
Okay. I feel like I've already heard what, but I guess I can ask it anyways. What does he wish I do?
He kind of wants you and Yana and Seamus and Kiva to like act as his agents and help him solve this this problem that's like stopping him from ending the war, from getting what he wants. So he wants to enlist you in his cause.
Okay. So it seems fair. It doesn't seem too nefarious. I mean, other than some slight nefariousness, but
Yeah, it's complicated.
yes.
All right. So, yeah. Anything else, Ben?
I'm guessing he would sort of give me more information as we're sort of having this conversation about what.
Yeah, it kind of gives you like sort of your first task that you can do on, and in return, it'll help your friends get into Katzenberg. So he kind of gives you like, which I'll get into a little bit later, your step 1 for ending the war.
Okay. So I would definitely sort of tell him that I will confer with the rest of my friends and we'll talk later.
Mm-hmm. Very well. Okay, so Kiva, you try and pick his pocket.
Yes.
After all of that.
I know.
For all that. Look, Kiva has one thing on her mind. Do
He
crap.
will all this stuff was happening at the same time. So
Mhm. Yes.
because there's a thing happening down in the ring too while this conversation was
Yes.
happening.
Oh, yeah,
that
this-
kind
Yeah,
of
we're going to go
undercuts-
right back to the ring after this.
So I rolled a 9 on the dice, but I have a +4.
Wow.
So 3 from luck and +1 while I'm wearing my mask to trust fate because I don't have pickpocket.
Incredible. So yeah, somehow like you rush over, like trip on a rock, you fall down, your hand sneaks into his pocket, grab something, you roll over and fall
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, with
You
a
get,
13, yeah.
You get a bunch of like Grand Sable marks worth 3 value.
Awesome.
And-
Steadily recouping
man,
the
you
cost
could've
for
picked
buying
his
his ship.
pocket.
I could have.
And you also get some like diplomatic documents.
Ooh, those could be useful.
Yes, so it's revealing this is indeed Septimius von Stahl. He's like, high up in one of the various ministries of the Grand Sable Empire. And yeah, he's like, diplomatic immunity to visit places like Katzenberg and Costamare that are kind of independent city-states.
I'm
They
gonna
got
leave that
cards.
one. I don't want this guy getting arrested.
Okay,
I'm leaving that one. Take the other ones.
all right, you pop that in. But yeah, so then you just put it back in his pocket.
That would
Okay,
be the
so-
worst thing to steal from a guy who's gonna work with us a little bit.
Yeah. So meanwhile, Yana, you and Seamus are like getting ready for round 2, which is about to begin.
Yeah. And all that, well, all the talk of her being like the heir to the empire and all that kind of stuff was happening. Right before that, she had said to Seamus, in the next fight, let me go first, okay?
Right.
And then she starts drinking water out of the like bottom of the rink. So
Oh, man.
while all the talk about her being like the future and blah, 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 she is like drinking dirty water out of the
Yeah,
rink.
it's kind of salty too. It's a little briny.
Yeah. It's she's not swallowing any of it. It's for a move.
Right. Okay. So yeah, you're filling up your cheeks with some disgusting salt water.
That's
With some
correct.
bat blood in there too, maybe.
Yep.
Good plan. Good plan. I see what you're doing.
Ooh. Okay. So Mercutio Macaw flutters back over and says, "Round 2, our returning champions, Lady Fox and Seamus Opossum. They battled that giant bat, and they busted him big time. But can they survive? Another dangerous duo, a pair of freaky twins who can unsettle and chill as much as they kill. It's the famed assassins, and they even creep me out a little bit. Licky and Sticky. And which one is which? I don't know."
Love that these creatures have huge eyes, by the way.
Yes. So Licky and Sticky, these two eyes, which are most, I think people sort of know what they are, especially in this game. But they're kind of like hunched over lemur-like creatures. I believe they are from Madagascar. Actually, I got the slow Loris thing wrong. They're not from Madagascar. I said that incorrectly, so I do apologize for bad animal facts. So, but I'm pretty sure eyes are from Madagascar. And yeah, they have these humongous these like dark eyes, big ears, kind of spiky dark fur, and hands with like one huge finger. Both of these twins are like wrapped up in robes and kind of hunched over, and they sort of keep to themselves as they're like they actually like came in and some weapons are already sort of being tossed to them as they're moving towards you. Okay, Yana.
She walks towards Icky or Sticky, or is it Licky and Sticky? I don't know.
Yes, it is Licky and Sticky.
She walks towards one of them and holds out her paw, like, this is going to be a good, clean fight kind of thing.
Ooh.
And then hopefully, if they extend their paws well, it gets them to lift up their head a little bit to look at her.
Mhm.
And at that moment, she spits the dirty, filthy water in their face
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
to confuse the senses because she does have that move.
Nice. Confused senses. Okay, go for it.
Okay. All in with finesse. There we go. Thank you, dice. That is, now I can't math. That's an 11.
Nice.
I put my previous dice in dice jail for screwing me over.
Ah,
All right, so on a 10 plus.
Yeah, so they
taken
have to-
time to get their bearings and restore their senses before they can act clearly again.
Yeah. So that should take one of them out of the fight for a little bit.
Oh, totally. Yeah, you just like vomit this disgusting fetid tide water right into Licky's face, and he just like reels back. His arms are flailing, and he's like, "Oh, brother, she has spewed something disgusting into my beautiful big eyes." Boy, their voices are real hard on my throat.
It's got a lot of like canine saliva mixed in by this point too.
I think there's some canine saliva mixed in too.
Good and disgusting and sticky.
Oh, sticky! It is. My name is Sticky, but this is way too sticky for me.
Oh, that's gotta burn.
Licky's like, my poor brother. Just hold on.
Seamus, now.
I shall make them pay.
And
All right, Seamus, what are you doing?
He's charging at, what was it, Licky?
I think, Sticky's the one who got sprayed, so you're charging at Licky.
Yeah, in a mad rush, just gonna tackle him to the ground and begin just beating the absolute crud out of him.
Oh, man.
So I think this would be a grapple the enemy.
Okay, go ahead.
Alright, rolling with might. That's a 1. That's a 2.
Oh,
That's a 6. But I have hold.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
So I can spend 1 to make that a 7.
Okay, so which one are you picking on him?
Alright, so I'm going to exploit a weakness. I'm going to mark 1 exhaustion, and I have 5 now due to the level up last time. To do 2 injury to them.
Nice.
As I said, Seamus is just going to charge him and start beating the crud out of him.
Yeah, so you're just down, like wailing on him, punches raining down, eye blood is flying.
And definitely
but
aiming
then-
for those eyes.
Oh, yeah. But then Seamus, like, something kind of weird happens. So Licky, like, pulls his knife out, just rams it up into your chest. And you are going to take 1 injury, but then something else happens that's also pretty bad.
Mhm.
You notice this knife is covered in a greenish, like, goop. And when it stabs you, it sears, it burns, and it's going to also cost you 1 exhaustion.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah. Yana, you can do 1 more attack on Sticky because he rolled so high before he recovers.
Great. I'm guessing he's got one of those knives too, because one of the reasons Yana did this was to try to get weapons.
Oh, okay. Well, your friends can work the crowd too and get some weapons thrown in as well. But you can try and steal his weapon if you want.
Oh, yeah. If he's got one of those daggers, because I just saw that come out and stab Seamus, that's what I
Yeah.
want, that dagger.
Okay. Do you have disarm?
I've got disarm. Yes, I believe as a skill. Let me double check
Yeah, I'm
that.
pretty sure that's what
I
you
do. I do have that as one of my skills.
Right. That makes sense. I think that'd be the one you would use then.
Okay. So she's gonna try to get this weapon.
Okay.
I got the weapon.
Nice.
That's an 11 again.
Ooh, cool.
If they want to keep the weapon, they can mark 3 exhaustion to keep it, but otherwise it's mine.
Ooh. Okay. No, I think you do have it.
Right.
So he's still blinded. He like pulls out this dagger covered in the same greenish goo. How do you take it?
Just when he takes out that dagger, she just like grabs his wrist with one hand and pulls the dagger out with the other, and then just turns it around to like get ready to stab him with it.
Nice. Okay. He is going to attack you. I think he's still kind of blinded, but he is like in a flash out or lash out.
I
with
mean,
his hand.
he takes some time to get his bearings, so like because I got the 10 plus, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you are going to take just like the 1 injury. As he like
Okay.
slices into you with his other claw there, that big finger doing
Want
some
to
Alright.
damage.
avoid this injury?
What's that?
Do you want to avoid this injury?
I would love to avoid this injury. Yeah,
1 hold.
nice.
Soften a blow. Reduce by 1 the harm someone suffers from a single attack.
Nice. Okay,
I am
Yana, you
out
do
of
not take
hold.
the injury. Okay, Seamus, you are still grappling it out with Sticky.
Alright. So Seamus looks
I mean,
at the
sorry,
knife.
Licky.
Licky. Even the guy who created them gets the mixed up sometimes.
Totally.
Seamus is just gonna look down at the knife in his side and is like, poison, eh? Well, you're gonna get close, lad. Here's something for you. And Seamus is gonna mark 1 exhaustion to headbutt him for 2 injury.
Nice. Okay. I think he is going to get. He's pretty much finished, but he is going to get 1 more slice in on you.
Mhm.
So you are going to take 1 more injury and 1 more exhaustion as that poison knife just rams up and does another stab.
I have 4 exhaustion now, but I had 5.
Okay, so you got 1 more?
Thankfully.
Ooh. Yeah. All right. So at this point, Licky's pretty much beaten. Like, he just kind of like falls back and collapses. You just like headbutted him into unconsciousness.
Mhm.
Sticky is still up. He's like, he dances back a little bit and holds up his hand. And the crowd's like cheering. And someone you don't see. Oh, yeah, we're going to go to you next, Finn. Someone you don't see tosses another weapon into his hand. This one is like a small hand crossbow. And you can see the same kind of poison in the arrow. All right, so as he grabs this crossbow, we'll kind of pan over to Finn.
I mean, I should get in at least another attack before he can attack me again, because Yana hasn't gone to do anything after several attacks from this guy. Just as a note.
Totally. Yes, it's going to be you right after Finn revs up the
Okay.
crowd. Maybe you'll even get a weapon to do it with. Oh, you have the dagger already. But
I have the poison dagger.
yes, but yeah, you are next.
So basically the entire time, I think right after the guy gets tackled and this whole thing, Finn is just trying to like get the crowd chanting like some sort of like my brain can't think of anything right
You
now,
could
but
just
some sort of like
Start chanting
hyping.
Lady Fox. Lady Fox.
I wanted to do something with like a little bit of both of them, like
Fox and
Lady
Possum.
Fox, like Lady Fox, shame us, Lady Fox, shame us, Lady Fox.
Ooh, that's cool. It's got a good rhythm to it.
So, if you want me to do like a charm roll, I can do that.
Yeah, go ahead and roll charm. Roll to persuade for this one. Or just give me a straight charm roll.
Okay, not bad. One die wasn't very nice to me, but the other one was pretty nice to me, which makes it a 9.
Can I
Nine.
assist? Can I help for give him a +1?
Oh yeah. How do you get the crowd going?
I'm
We'll get some original weapons and give them back to them.
Oh, yeah, as soon as I get back to the crowd, my mask is off back in the bag, and I start chanting along, and I get some of the nest to help in with this chant too.
Oh yeah, they're doing like
So
5, 6, 7, 8. Who do we appreciate?
yeah, basically they're sort of like all out throughout the bar, the tavern, and they get on the chant. So it sounds like people from the higher up portions are also chanting this.
Oh, totally. All right, so because it's a 10, I'm gonna see if you can give one of them their original weapons back, and then makeshift weapon like a chair can also be thrown in.
Okay, yeah.
Should we give real weapon to Yana and makeshift to Seamus?
You should give both of them to Seamus personally, because Yana's got her poison dagger right now, and
Got the dagger, so.
that's 100% what she plans to use next.
Got it.
So I would say Seamus's axe gets thrown in, and
All right, the makeshift weapon is a fish. Like the head of this fish
Nice.
is cut off. It's like a giant, like heavy fish that can be grabbed up and smacked on somebody.
Oh, that's not what I'm going to be using the fish for. Seamus is just going to take a look at this. It's like, thank you, lad. Just chow down.
Okay, cool. I love that.
It's pretty hurt.
All right, so Seamus, with that, you can actually remove 1 exhaustion.
nice.
But okay, Yana, you have the dagger. Sticky was hurt a lot, but he's still up. What are you doing?
I mean, and he got very badly blinded since I rolled a 10 plus
totally.
on that. So,
Yeah.
yeah, she basically rushes him with the dagger. And I don't know if all of you have seen Squid Game yet, but there's like this one gangster in it that like just when he gets a dagger, he just goes like stab, 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 stab. Like that's what she's just doing to this guy.
I just episode 2 where I think that happens. So
Yep. All right. Fucking finally, I get one of these. That is a 12.
Whoa.
So
Okay,
I finally
so-
get to do my move, Greatest at the Age. When I engage an enemy in melee, I take all 4 options and 1 for double effect. when I roll a
Dang.
12 plus. So she's inflicting even more harm.
Wow. So like just 3 harm, and then the dagger is already, so it's like 5 harm.
Yeah, and she suffers little harm.
All right, no harm
And
for you.
she's, I hope, dismayed them, but I'm hoping also killed them.
Yeah, Sticky's down.
Yeah, so she just rushes up and just like, "Stop!" And then
Yeah,
she spits on him and goes, "You should have stayed down. Hey, you're not the twin anymore."
Dang, yeah. Sticky just like tumbles back, falls into the water, his blood floating up to join the tide around him. Licky looks back and is like, brother, and then he passes out too. And while he's like kind of reaching for his dying brother, hey, it happens.
Meanwhile, Seamus is still eating the fish on top of him.
Seamus is still eating that fish.
This is what happens when you use poison.
Hey, fish is very good to, get rid of the effects of poison.
Mercutio
I don't know what they
Macaw
got
like
this.
says, that's not something we allow. We shouldn't have had poisoned weapons in here. Something that's a little odd. In any case, the show must go on. So
This is something they brought in.
well, no, they didn't bring it in. It was given to them. I just don't know who by. So in any case, our winners are Lady Fox and Seamus Opossum. They
It's just
still
also
hold
the
the
fish.
title. One more round before they become the champions. We got a special audience with Captain de Gaulle himself. All right, so you two take a little rest. Maybe drink some water. Maybe don't. I don't know. It's pretty gross. But get ready for round 3.
Seamus, how are you doing right now, Seamus?
I'll be honest, lass. I kind of overdid it a bit there. The fish helps, don't get me wrong. But poison. Oh,
Yeah, you look a bit roughed up.
I do my best. Been in worse fights than this.
Hopefully I can get my weapon back the next round, but, I doubt that they're going to let me keep this poison dagger.
No,
Yeah, the poison daggers are taken away. 'Cause, no.
if I could just get me axe, I think I'd be good.
I thought you did get your axe.
No,
Yeah,
I got
we-
a fish.
yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
I think,
They
I
got
think
your axe and the fish.
with the fish, the axe was thrown in as well.
I left me axe in the arena. Oh,
No, you can
right.
still get it. You can have it for round 3.
Okay. Got me axe. Which one is this?
Hopefully
Oh,
our friends
just
can
me
whip up
Dane.
the crowd again. Sorry, poisoners. They make me very angry.
They make me angry too, lass. No honor among poisoners. It's always just taking the fun out of the fight. You stab somebody and it's like, oh, I got you now. What do you do to me? Anybody can do that.
Ooh. Seamus Opossum coming out strong against poison. Interesting.
We're both pretty against poison.
Yeah, I'd say we're an anti-poison show. Like, please don't drink it. Don't use it against your enemies. Like, don't do it.
I mean,
Yeah,
with
poison-
fire,
winner-
at least
winners
you give
don't
them a
use
chance.
poison.
Unless the winners take the poison dagger off of somebody else and use it to stab them
Oh
to
yeah, in that
death.
case they totally do.
I
Yeah,
want
Kiva.
I want to read a tense situation. I want to try to figure out who gave the poison goods to the II brothers.
Ooh, okay, go for it.
Not good because I've negative to this, but I'm gonna try anyways.
Okay,
Nope,
you got no idea.
oblivious. I rolled a 4.
All
5
right.
minus 1.
Okay. Quick check-in with Finn. What's Finn doing at this point?
I think at this point, I don't know if he could basically just try and like keep the crowd like talking about the two of them, just sort of like keep it going. Not really like the chant, but just sort of like having the conversation of like, oh, these guys are sure to win, or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Give me a charm roll to get them like revved up, so then when they come out, Yana can get her weapon.
Uh-oh. That one's cocked. Okay. Thank you. Okay. That's like complete opposites, but it's still a 10.
Still a 10.
Complete opposites on the
Okay.
dice.
Sounds good. All right, so like as Yana and Seamus are getting into the ring for the final round, like Finn's got the cool entrance music going on, like some pyrotechnics, some like torches are being blasted off, some fireworks, crowds going wild, and as soon as they come in, like Yana's sword, what am I blanking on the name?
Frostbite.
Frostbite. That's I knew. Yeah, Frostbite like is hurled from the crowd, goes like spinning over, and Yana just like holds up her hand, and you think you just like catch it.
Yeah, she just catches it like Excalibur style,
Oh, totally. And the crowd goes like, oh, just unbelievable. Can't believe it.
Just some crack of thunder and lightning as she catches it.
Yeah. So after this amazing introduction with your sword returned, Mercutio Macaw flies over and says, ladies and gentlemen, or ladies and gentle beasts, it's all come down to this. Round 3, if Lady Fox and Seamus Opossum can survive, they will become the ultimate victors of the Golden Anchor Tourney. But to deal with that, they've got to deal with a foe who specifically requested to go against them. He is a scaly slaughterer. He's a one-armed terror. He's only got one hand left, and it's full of hatred. Ladies and gentlemen, the feared assassin from the Sunstone Archipelago, it is Jacopo Jaraco. And this monitor lizard who previously tried to assassinate you, Yana, comes out of the other side of the arena. He's still missing that hand that Seamus took off from him. He has replaced it with like a nasty kind of blade. Like a paring blade, an offhand dagger, kind of like poking out of his stump.
Mhm.
The other one is holding a like fast-moving long sword. And he comes over and he's like, "You, Possum, you took my hand. This time I shall take your life. And you, your sister, or the Bloody Baron, paid me a fortune for your head. I failed. Now I shall kill you for free."
I will take all of your other limbs. And when you are in the hospital, thinking about the fact that you'll never move again, never touch anything again, never bring food to your mouth again, you will remember that you took dirty money to cut the head off of a child.
Ooh.
Gonna cut
All
off
right.
your tail, grill it, and eat it in front of you while you're on that bed.
Dang. All right, so out of some brutal smack talk, Yana, what are you doing?
She is holding for the moment he starts moving towards her, and then she's going to try to rush him before he can get a blow in.
Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Unless, Seamus, you're not like throwing anything at him, are you?
Honestly, I'm going to use one of my new moves. Eye for battle. When you read a tense situation just as violence breaks out, roll with might instead of cunning.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Riddle. That's a 5. That's a 6. That's
Whoa.
a 14.
That's really good. All right, so you can ask 3 questions here.
All right. Read a tense situation. What should I be on the lookout for?
Ooh, okay. You want to watch out for Draco's blades.
Mhm.
Like,
And I covered
he
it
was...
twice.
Yeah, you can see the same like gooey mixture on his blades that was on the Icky and Sticky's blades.
Yana, watch out. He's working with poison as well. Both of those blades on him.
She says very loudly, "Aha, working with poison. Okay."
Ooh, yeah, there's like gas going through the crowd.
All right.
This cheating.
All right. What is most vulnerable to me? Like, what's the best way to make him vulnerable, I guess?
Ooh, okay. You notice there is like kind of a spire of stone that is up at the side of the arena, and that if it like gets smashed down, it's on a pretty thin. It's a kind of stalagmite with a pretty thin base. If you can like smash that, it could fall over and crush somebody, doing tons of damage.
Okay.
Probably fatal damage.
And this might be a stupid question. Who is in control here?
Oh, it's really Jacopo. He's going after you for personal reasons. Who's really in control of this whole thing is, of course, Captain de Gaulle, but he was not, he wasn't kind of aware of this. Not that he really cares. He just wants a good show.
He doesn't care about the poison, but maybe.
No, not really.
But maybe we can switch that control. Like maybe Finn and Kiva could get the crowd to go against this whole poison thing. That sounds like a plan to everybody.
Okay.
I mean, Yana already shouted out the bit about the poison, so
Yeah.
it's easy enough for anybody to build on that.
Yeah, like whip up the crowd against Draco.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Yana, let's have you. He's charging in, and you wanted to rush to meet him.
Yeah, basically. So yeah, we're doing, I think, an engage in melee.
Yeah,
I could also possibly do a disarm, but I think I want to do the engage in melee first.
Okay, sounds good.
See how this goes. The dice did not fail me. I've got a 13.
Nice.
So she just ably swings around him, like to avoid his charge. That is how I'm describing the suffer little harm.
Okay.
She is inflicting serious harm twice. She shifts her range one step, which is to say she's far from him by the end of this. So he can't easily attack back.
Right.
Because that is one of the things I can do. Shift my range one step. And I want to frighten him.
Okay, so he was like expecting a pretty easy assassination here, but you just like totally outmaneuver him. Your sword just like comes down, cuts this line across him.
Yeah, because he just suffered like serious harm twice from that.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's not looking, so he is hurting.
And like I said, she shifted her range too, so it's like she's not close to him anymore by the end of it.
Right. I think Jacopo, like if you had not done that, you would be taking like 2 harm and the exhaustion. You are going to take 1 harm only.
Okay.
Like
because I did also do the thing to suffer little harm.
Okay. Yeah, but that does mean, so like if you did not do that, you would have taken the 2 harm.
The 2 harm and the poison. Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
Instead, you just take the 1. Yeah. If he does hit, he's a pretty nasty combatant here.
Okay.
Okay. Let's check in with Seamus, then we'll see if our friends can rev up the crowd.
Can I take my turn after the rev of the crowd?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Because Seamus is planned right now, as Yana is fighting him and getting him to a good position, Finn and Kiva are going to rile up the crowd, turn him against him, get him to stop right where I want him, then drop that statue on him.
Ooh, okay. So Seamus, your idea is the crowd will make him stop in front of the stalagmite?
As they're doing, if that's okay with you.
And I think that Yana knew about the stalagmite plan, so she's purposefully danced to where if he's going to attack her, he has to be there.
Nice.
Totally, kind of like herding him in. Okay, so Finn, how are you getting the crowd to kind of insult Draco to like make him go into this position?
Basically, I'm just being like, "Hey, Jacopo, you think you can't?" Sorry, phrasing is being hard right now.
That's all right.
Finn is way better at these words than I am. I had this in my head. Using poison because you don't think your skills are good enough, hey? And just basically using that to both insult him and try and like get the crowd against him. And,
oh man, yeah, people are like holding up signs being like poison with like question marks and booing. He's just like
using cheater strategies, eh?
Whoa. Okay, give me a charm roll to see how well this does.
Come on, dice, be nice to me. Okay, that one's cocked. Okay, Pretty good. On the dice, plus another 3 is a 12.
12. Okay. So with that, not only does he get to where you want him to, like he's like snapping at the crowd, not looking where he's going. So he goes like right under that stalagmite. Mites go up, if I believe. That's yeah. Okay.
Stalactite because it clings. If it's clinging to the ceiling, stalactite. If it comes from the ground, it's a stalagmite because you might trip over it.
Good point.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah.
During all of this, could I attempt to blindside the monitor lizard?
Yeah, go for it. How
I
are
just
you
want
doing?
I just want to sort of like sneakily throw a bottle at him.
Oh, awesome. Yes.
I'd imagine the crowd might be throwing a lot of things at this dude.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
it's pirate.
I want to start it. If they haven't already done it, I'm throwing the first blow.
Yeah, it's pirate gladiator combat. The crowd is encouraged to get involved.
Let's see. This is a plus finesse.
Yeah, so it's attempt roguish feats.
It's an 8.
An 8. Okay, you can mark exhaustion, or I think I'm trying to think of one that makes sense here. I think you will be noticed by De Gaulle, who will take special attention of you later.
It's too bad.
Okay.
It's too late to bring that up to the time because I just realized I
So, like, you won't be able to get the drop on De Gaulle later when you're up in his quarters.
That's fine.
What were you saying, Nick?
Oh, I have Kiva as a friend, which means I could have helped with giving her.
Okay, you can do that.
But
Well, it was only
it
a.
was yeah. It was
Oh,
an
it wouldn't
eight.
change anything?
Actually, no, it was an 8. So, I mean, if you have a
Yeah,
plus
so
2.
I could have done 2.
Oh, okay, you can still do that.
Okay, so that would bring it to 10. So
All right, nice. So no need to mark exhaustion or be noticed. Yeah, you like hurl this bottle. It bangs into Draco's head, totally distracting him. All right, Seamus.
All right. So which axe do I have for this? Is it the Wrath axe or just my regular Dane axe?
I would say it's Wrath, unless Kiva really wanted to toss you the other one.
Okay.
Well, Finn was the one that had the axe because I had Kiva's sword.
Oh, right. Yeah, I think it would be
On the
Wrath.
sword. We're saying
Yeah.
that.
So Wrath. So to wreck something, I get a +1 with this on top of my 3. Okay. So, gonna wreck the stalactite and make it fall. That's a 3. And that's a 2. So 3, 2, 4. That's a 9 total.
I will mark exhaustion to assist,
Alright.
which
That's
I think
nice.
I can do by like just maneuvering a little bit to get him in the right position. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Or even
totally.
just like even just taking a dagger and whipping it up at the stalactite too.
Oh,
you know
yeah,
what I
just
mean?
like that last bit of stone that you're
Yeah, that
cracking.
last little, like maybe just even a pebble. But I'll mark an exhaustion to do an assist there. I think it's reasonable.
All right, very cool. So, yeah, it just comes down. Draco like looks up as it's tilting over. You guys want to say anything before it like crushes him?
Take it back. The reverse of what I said. Because I feel like he's not going to have a head or a torso, but his arms are going to.
Yeah, as he's like, what? And then it just comes down and totally crushes him. Yeah, the stone just falls over, crushes him. His tail wiggles for a little bit and then goes totally still. And some silence in the crowd, and they go wild. Rikushio Macaw says, "Ladies and gentlemen, after some underhanded acts by that nasty lizard, our victors have come out supreme. Lady Fox and Seamus Opossum, you and your friends can go over to the stairwell there and join Captain De Gaulle himself in his quarters for the winner's circle. Congratulations, you are the champions of the Golden Anchor tourney." All
Like
right,
a
you
fist bump or
guys.
something.
Yeah, we'll do a fist bump. It's adventure time.
All right, cool fist bump. You guys do get you each get 1 value for splitting the prize pot.
Up my pen. There we go.
And then you guys head up. You go down. You go up the
One
stairs.
thing I want to do.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Seamus.
I'm taking that tail.
Yeah, you just grab the fishtail with you, throw it over your shoulder.
No,
And
I
I
mean his
don't-
tail.
No.
I don't think I'm getting chaos necessarily from this, but I'm certainly getting to mark revenge. Said, dude, she's wanted to kill a long ass time.
Totally. All right, yeah, Jacopo Draco's super dead. So you guys head up those stairs. There's a bunch of guards armed with assorted. You got some firearms, some heavy arquebuses and kind of stuff. Some halberds, boarding pikes. They move aside. There's a big set of double doors working to the rock. Those are opened up, and then you enter de Gaulle's quarters. A career of piracy straddling 3 continents has draped de Gaulle's quarters in luxury that would befit any monarch. A massive mirror. Oh, yes, you can put your armor back on again. A massive mirror with carvings of the blessed beasts around the edges. Statues set with precious stones from the faraway land of Eastreach. Clockwork mechanisms from the city of Talk. And more treasures wait in every corner. Along with another, the bound form of Mateusz Meyer chained to the wall. De Gaulle sits in an armchair. Ah, the winner and their friends. You can look on my treasures, but remember this. Everything in this room, and in this city, and in the sea, is mine.
It's an impressive amount of ownership that you have.
I have worked very hard to earn it.
Is there,
The door slam shuts behind you.
is there a
Please.
label on everything?
What, a label?
Do you have a label on the sea?
No. But you should know that if you're in it, you're mine, and your boat isn't everything it's carrying.
But how am I supposed to know it's yours if you don't have it labeled?
Does it exist? If it does,
Yes.
it's mine. Pretty simple, huh?
Or it's never understand them.
Had something stuck in my throat earlier. Yes, that's quite simple.
Oh, a creature of refinement. How rare I get to meet them.
Yeah, by the way, that lie was very bogus.
Considering present company, and he kind of pokes with his feet and makes Mateusz Meyer, this otter pirate, kind of spin around. And he's like, well, please, you get to enjoy my company for a little bit. Do you guys like some rum, some tobacco? I get it imported from the far lands. It's good stuff.
I'm okay with a little bit of rum,
All right, you can pour it for everybody then.
of course.
It's over there.
Step aside. I do so.
It's alright. I brought my own outdoor. Do you have a grill by any chance?
No.
Dang. Gonna have to find a way to preserve this then. Probably smoke it.
You could just dig a hole in the woods and bury it. That's what my people do.
That's the traditional way. I'm trying some new cooking methods. Oh,
Just-
it does kind of.
Eat it
All right.
now.
Yeah, I feel like that's warranted, Finn.
Yes, Finn's got a good question here. Read a tense situation.
Yes.
Just half a second from popping off as soon as we get the rum passed out.
That guy's gone for the time being.
Always good to have someone, think about things before you do.
Okay. Okay. Thanks for being very kind to me. So read a 10 situation is a 10.
Nice. You can ask 3 questions.
Oh, righty. Let's see. Who should I be looking out for? Or on the lookout?
Ooh, okay. All right, I would say for this one, you catch a glimpse outside, you look down the street below, and you see there is a wagon with a bunch of hay on the back of it that could make a perfect landing pad, being rolled right under the doorway. And you see some members of the nest, like Anna is there holding the reins of this boar, looking a little small. But next to her, looking up at you guys, is Von Stahl. So he's kind of like arranged this with the nest to help you guys escape.
Let's see. I think we know who the biggest threat is. I guess who or what is most vulnerable to me?
Ooh, okay. I think it is Captain de Gaulle. He doesn't think you're a threat, especially because these two look pretty winded, and you and Kiva don't look too dangerous.
Gotcha. Okay.
You would know that I have a crossbow that is hiding underneath my robes that I can easily cock and then load a bolt up. Has like a bolt sort of like resting in it already.
And then Finn, you do have that. Yes, I was going to say that. Yeah.
Yes.
He has a special weapon that I think he got in a previous game. That's like an
Crossbow
oud.
disguised as an oud.
Yeah, a little stringed instrument that is also a deadly crossbow.
So do me and Finn catch each other's eyes? Like, I think like we're gonna do this, you and I.
Yeah, I think like you see like the normal like my normal instrument on my back, but you do see me sort of like reaching for the smaller oud and sort of like making like the signal.
Yeah,
right.
I have my crossbow loaded.
Can I
And-
roll a figure someone out just to figure out that these two are doing this?
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm not going to ask questions. It's just I want to know if Yana notices.
Yeah,
I do still
yeah.
have one more
That's
question.
charm.
I've got a 7. So, yeah.
Yeah, you definitely know something.
What does Finn intend to do?
Yeah.
Murder this dude.
I intend to very quickly shoot him when the
Okay.
time is right.
Seamus, how do you do
Yep.
for that one?
I got a 7 straight up. I don't have any charm.
Okay, so you can ask him the same question or another one.
Yeah.
Or Kiva.
Basically, the long answer for that is to try and start a performance with said oud and then shoot him.
I'm gonna bring the rum over to him, something close range.
So I ask,
Well, Yana knows to just be charming until that point.
what does
All
your
right.
character intend to do? I'll ask, what does everyone intend Seamus to do?
After he is shot, to rush him.
Okay.
Yeah, after he's shot, hit him with an axe if he isn't dead.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, there still is Matthias there. Someone's got to rescue him.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
but if we
that's-
kill this dude, then
I'm
Matthias is gonna get
hoping that
rescued.
Kiva is maybe on the rescuing front.
Oh, me and Finn are gonna shoot this dude dead with crossbows.
Yeah, and then I
Intend
guess we
to
just
kill this guy first,
pick the locks as fast as possible.
or we can all just kill him and then rescue him afterwards.
Well, we still have to rescue the kid, but we
Yes.
can't say any of that. So,
Mhm.
You know that
Miss-
rescuing the kid is the goal, also.
Yeah.
right.
Okay. So I think Finn is. Let's do Finn's sneak attack here. His attack with the oud.
I believe I still have one more question.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Well, I think we know the best way out. So, who's most vulnerable? Nothing. I guess. What is the biggest threat?
Ooh. Okay. You see that like on the wall, mounted up in front of the fireplace, is this like this fancy pistol that De Gaulle is actually pretty close to.
Geez, that sounds like an item that was listed beforehand.
That is true. You as a player know that. You as the character do not.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I don't suppose there's a grappling hook around.
There is. But
All right.
again,
I know.
Donna wouldn't know that.
I know.
You'll figure it out pretty soon.
We're going to need a grappling hook to get out the window, though.
Okay, Finn.
So Finn, after sort of like assessing the situation and sort of like signaling to the group, what he, and then figuring out his intentions, will sort of just be like, well, you are such a gracious host. I do hope you don't mind if I play a few tunes while we are drinking.
Certainly. You know any good sea shanties?
Oh, I'm sure I know a few of them. I did learn one recently on my journeys.
Play on.
Sir, for a person, I'm sorry, you are of such great power. I'm sure that your knots up the shoulders. Would you like me to give you a massage while you listen to the music?
Oh, please.
Okay.
My feathers are so tired lately.
Oh, I would imagine. Oh, I can feel the tension.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, just to get in a better killing position.
Yeah.
Just hold him.
It's the plan.
So, all right. So, yeah, I'll just be sort of like playing. I guess I could do an All Eyes on Me as well. Sort of doing this outlandish sea shanty. So I will roll with charm so that to see if people get that +1.
Okay.
No guys.
Ouch.
All right. You just hit a. Maybe you're gonna You just strummed the wrong chords. A little out of the Assassin's Oud, a little out of tune, maybe. So
It's
yeah.
a little out of tune. Sort of,
Do any of us have the thing that can give you a +2? I know I don't.
All I know is I can protect Fen when this guy tries to kill him.
Yeah. Sorry, man.
Unfortunately, I'm going to do the +1.
Okay. Why don't you use the Assassin's Oud? I think that gives you blindside.
I believe it's quick shot.
Quick shot. Okay.
Yeah. As soon as I see him going for the crossbow function, I'm also going to pull out and do a target a vulnerable foe at close range.
All right.
And
We'll do
Kiana's
both.
going to try to do the grapple with her hand over his mouth. So, well, I guess holding his beak shut so he can't
Yeah.
make noise.
Oh no.
And can
I feel
I
like
try a
technically
blind
don't
sight to
touch
just
that.
straight up murder him
Sure. Let's do all those. So we'll start with
once
Finn
everyone's got them?
and kind of go around here. All right, Finn, how we do?
Well, I don't think I have quick shot as one of my weapon moves. So I guess this would be a trust feat, technically. So
Yeah, go ahead.
let's see if these dice will be kind to me then. They went before that, and my trust rate is not good. But I do get a +1 from the Oud, I believe.
That's something.
So- Okay. Technically, with the +1 from the Oud, it's a 7, but with my -1 to luck, it's a 6.
Ooh. Okay.
You're at
I
a
don't believe
6.
Yes.
I'll mark an exhaustion to help. Since
All right.
she's kind of on him already, it's easy enough to do the reverse of the Han Solo from the redone Star Wars to push him more towards the arrow.
Okay. It's been a while since I saw that movie, but yeah.
It's not my favorite special effect, but mark an exhaustion. She's being a team player tonight.
All right, Finn, you fire. It would miss, but yeah, the arrow, like Yana wedges him closer, and the arrow stabs inside. I'm gonna make you mark 1 extra exhaustion though.
Me or him?
Okay.
This would be Finn because it is only a 7. Okay, Kiva, fire your crossbow.
I rolled an 11 with my target of vulnerable foe at a close range. So
Oh yeah.
ability. Yeah, so I basically get to strike again before they can try to get to cover, so I get to hit him twice.
Okay. Yeah, so I would say you just get like an arrow, and then you just load up another one, fire it in point blank. 2 arrows just sliding into his chest. Yana, go ahead and give me the grapple to keep his cries silent.
Yep, will do. I've got a 9. If anybody wants to bump it up to a 10, I got 9.
The eye by shooting him in the throat, basically.
Yeah, okay, go for it.
I'm gonna mark 1 exhaustion for the +1.
Yes.
Sounds good.
All right, so yeah, he's like a little cry starts to go out. Yana's like closing his beak, and the other arrow takes him right in the throat. Seamus, he's pretty much dead. You can finish him off if you want to.
Oh man, I wanted to do something stupid with the lizard tail.
The fishtail. Yeah, you can still hit him with the fishtail.
Oh no,
No,
you
to
cut
cut-
off the lizard's tail too.
Yeah, right. Cut the guy's tail off.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yes. Oh, sorry. I forgot. Yeah, I missed
Sorry.
that.
Well, since Seamus can cook it, it's going to put it to another use. As the arrows fly into him and Giannis holding him down, it's going to use the tail as a garrote and choke him.
Oh man. All right, I'll make you roll for that. Yeah, you get the tail out of his mouth and just finish him off. And with a final muted squawk, Captain de Gaulle goes to the great pirate ship in the sky. Matthias Meyer has been watching all this. His eyes getting like really wide and interested.
Captain, it seems now you own the floor. Enjoy it.
Yeah, he's dead. He just plops down, feathers everywhere.
I know, she just likes to say mean things to people when they die.
Totally. So as
Can't
you
get any more use out of this.
Also, way to achieve chaos, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did some pretty gnarly things here, didn't we?
Yeah,
I
we
know.
murdered a guy.
So on your way,
We assassinated him.
Wasn't
He did not
Yana's
see
idea
this
this time. I'm just saying.
Me and Finn.
so on your way out, there are 4 items of treasure in the room you're able to steal.
Since I didn't get to
Seamus?
roll, could I do the loot and plunder for this? Get us some
Oh
extra
yeah,
stuff?
go ahead. This will give you some other stuff too. Besides
If everyone doesn't mind.
Go
I
ahead.
think Nick
We'll
was
check in with
going to
Ben.
do something. Or do you
Oh yeah,
wanna do
okay. Finn
yours first?
first then. Go ahead, Finn.
Basically, if I can't clear any of my exhaustion, because I technically am Seamus's family, which means that when I help them fulfill their nature, we both get to clear our exhaustion track.
Oh,
So, which I believe your nature is attacking a dangerous or oppressive villain.
Oh,
And
yeah,
PC?
I've got that with him too.
clear your exhaustion when you outright attack a dangerous, oppressive, or villainous NPC, which we did.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah, I can
Like,
clear your exhaustion.
clears.
I'm
okay.
clearing my exhaustion too.
Good,
Yay.
because
All right,
if
go
I
ahead.
didn't, that would have made me pass out.
Hey, you know what? Hooray for Seamus going last.
Yeah. I mean, well, Finn, it's mission accomplished, so it's okay if you do pass out at this point, but you can go ahead and erase the exhaustion.
Phew, that's the exhaustion gone. All right, loot and plunder. Roll with finesse. That's a 5. That's a 2. That's a 9.
Okay, so let me check the result for a 9 for loot and plunder.
Yep, I just get to choose one.
Okay, let's see. Something out of the ordinary. Okay, so you're going to find something besides the other 4 items that everybody finds. Which one are you going to pick?
Let's see. Something that's worth a lot of money, because I know this dude's loaded.
Oh, yeah. All right, you find this, like, golded bust of actually the emperor of the Grand Sable Empire, Ferenz von Wessel III, made of, like, solid gold. It's going to be worth, like, 5 value just by itself. So a hefty treasure there. Yana?
Well, I was hoping that this guy's just got treasure spilling out, right? Like we can swipe some treasure beyond the items,
yeah.
or
I mean,
and
you
we
just get those
we did
cool-
mute him while he was being murdered, so we have a little bit of time.
Got arrows and,
yeah, I mean, they will check on him eventually. His guards will check on him eventually. I would say you can each get like maybe 2 value just from swiping the stuff in here. And then you also get those 4 items that I have on the Facebook page.
Nice.
And you can divvy up. We got the Corsair's Grapple, the Pearlescent, which is a grappling hook, gives you +1 acrobatics.
Yeah, I was
So
really
much.
hoping to take that one if people are cool with it.
Okay, goodbye.
There's
Yep.
the
Yeah, I'm cool.
Pearlescent Pistol, very valuable, like pearl silver inlaid kind of flintlock pistol. Lets you target foes in intimate range up close, and it's versatile, so you can use it at different ranges. There's the Mad Beast's Mirrored Morion helmet that has, because it has mirrored sides. If you're fighting in bright sunlight, you can mark where to use Confused Senses to like blind your opponents.
Yeah, I was thinking that'd be a really good one for Seamus.
Yes, could be. It is also arrow proof. And then the Merrymaker's Mask, which when you wear it in a social situation, you can become the center of attention and get a +1 to all persuade NPC rolls when you have it on.
I mean, I don't want to assume, but
I think it's safe to assume, dude.
Yeah, I think these are sort of designed for particular people in mind.
That's true.
I mean, I don't know if Corsair's Grapple was supposed to be the one that Yana latched onto, but immediately when I saw, I'm like, yep, that's what she wants.
I looked at the pistol and I'm like, I kind of like that.
Yeah,
No,
I was
that's-
thinking that you were going to be Pistol.
I could have seen it going like the opposite
Either
way,
way.
actually, but I was like, they're gonna figure it out.
Yana's not really a pistol kind of lady. She likes to get in there close with the sword.
Ooh, okay. So with that, you get that, you free Mateus. All of you guys hop off and you plop into the haystack on the wagon.
Before I leave, sorry, would it be possible to use one of my Flammarian fires to rig up a trap on the door
Oh, totally. Yeah. Burn it down. Torch the room.
so that when someone tries to break their way in, that it's going to trigger it and just sort of cast fire on the door.
Nice. Yes,
And
you rig
it
that
gets
up.
rid of the evidence. Great
Yeah.
job.
Okay, go ahead, Yana.
So one more question. Is there, like, I know it's too valuable for myself, but is there any way that she can get some stuff to throw at the people in the shanty town? Because that's really why I asked about taking
Oh, sure.
money.
Okay. Yeah, you can find something to throw at them.
Okay.
I will say if you want to give up one value, like that's going to be some life-changing amounts of money for them.
Yeah, I'll give up one value to like give money to the poor people in the shanty town. I have no issues with that.
All right, that sounds good. Okay, so as you head out, Von Stahl faces you guys and says, "Well, a deal is a deal, and I have one for you. If we want to bring peace to this city, if we want to bring peace to the Dark Forest, there's something I need in Katzenberg. But before that, we're going to need a stake. We're going to need some money. And the Grand Sable Empire treasuries are stretched a little thin right now. I could get the court rat who handles a lot of the trade and the imperial finances to give us a loan. The problem is we have to get on his good side. And I have a way to do just that. You see, his daughter is missing. So if you can find her and bring her back, that would certainly put us in the court rat's good graces.
Oh,
The
we just
problem
found a
is-
son.
What's that, Seamus?
We just found a son. What's a daughter?
Good point.
Yes.
But this one may be a little trickier. You see, she's lost on the road to Geist Grove.
I see. And who are you?
Your friend, the Songbird, can introduce me.
Oh, yes. This is Mr. Septimus von Stahl of technically the Grand Sable Empire, but he seems to be working against it in your favor.
Lovely.
So with that, we're going to bring this episode to a close. I think we can go around and do level ups real quick. I know we're kind of over time here. That's all right, Scooter. All right, let's go ahead and do some level ups, and then we'll close out here. We'll kind of go the opposite way. So, Seamus, did you fulfill your drives?
Okay. Did we get chaos?
Yeah, you killed the
Yeah.
boss. So yeah.
Okay. And I think I got greed because I got that golden bus worth a lot of money.
Yeah, go ahead. So that's 2.
All right. That's Seamus.
Okay. Finn, how about you?
Don't think you got Discovery again.
It's coming up. I promise.
I mean,
Ruins
the
and
lead
Wonders
into
are
the
gonna
next
be-
one really sounds like Discovery, man.
It
Yes,
does,
the
yeah.
next arc it's going to be Ruins Wonders every episode, and then
Oh,
even
right.
more later on too.
And then this one's sort of debatable, but it's I have thrills, which is advanced from I escape from certain death and incarceration.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. I mean, you being
Okay.
in the pirates' quarters and busting out the way you did, that's certain death.
Cool.
All right. Yana.
Chaos Revenge.
Yes, you got them both.
It's pretty fast, that one.
Yeah. Makes very clear for both. All right. And then Kiva.
Just chaos. I don't believe I got the thrills really from this one.
Yeah, not too many daring escapes in this particular, but they're coming up, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay, well, next week we're taking a break because we're between arcs, but then arc 3, title of that arc is called Grim Harvest, is coming up. Things are gonna get spooky. We're in October. It's the season of spooky, so the Dark Forest is gonna get spooky. And
Decorative
I'm very
gold
excited for
season.
Yes,
Beware
yes.
of gourds. Thank you guys. That was super fun. I know Londell hopped in there for a second to say hi. So Londell says hi. Literally our longest running fan of our Tuesday night episodes. And of course, Grey Mouse. Thank you so much for being in there. And maybe next time we will have a bear paw competition. I don't know.
Oh man, this is kind of okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
No, she was just mentioning that at the beginning. So thank you all for watching. Thank you guys for playing. We're going to take a week off because, Michael's, he's a hardworking dude. He has to make up this stuff.
It's true.
And it comes
He's
out
a
of his
steel
brain.
driving man.
Yeah, he's got to get this train on the road. So, train on the track? Yeah. So, we'll take a week off. We'll see you on Tuesday after that. But until then, pull up a chair and make time.
Make time
to table.
Tabletop.
That's our mantra, people. Stick to it.
Mhm.